What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Monday, everybody. Okay, so I have a guest today whose work I've been following for a little bit. As you guys know, the first experience I had reading about consciousness and trying to learn a little bit from it was Carlos Castaneda and then Dr. Jacobo Greenberg. And when I read Dr. Greenberg's work and his life's work, his name kept popping up because he used to be the director of the Parapsychological Association. I think he was the director 4 times. So he's been involved in psi research his entire life. And I would say that he's one of the few scientists who do actual science in psi research. And for me, he's one of the leading voices. Currently, he's the director of the Institute of Noetic Sciences. And his new book, um, The Science of Magic, How the Mind Weaves the Fabric of Reality. It's a great read. I'm going to leave a link in the description to it. But he has many different books like The Noetic Universe, Supernormal, Real Magic, The Conscious Universe, and Entangled Minds, which is one of the most famous that he has. But all of his work and countless scientific papers, Psicoactivo is proud to welcome for the first time to the show, Dr. Dean Radin. Welcome, Doctor. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing well.
Okay, so let's start with your book because to me, your work is the most well explained in scientific terms. When you want to explain stuff like precognition, remote viewing, you do all kinds of experiments in actual labs, and there aren't many like you in the field. I would say that you're very unique right now because you're really covering the whole scope. So what made you write the current book, Science of Magic, and why did you decide to really encompass even UFOs to it? Because you also speak about UFOs in the book.
Before I answer that, let me make one correction. I'm not the director of the Institute of Noetic Sciences. I'm chief scientist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I would estimate that there are about 100 people like myself who are scientists around the world who are studying these kinds of phenomena. I may be a little bit more visible because I do a lot of interviews and write books and so on. But
Yeah.
I have colleagues around the world who are doing the same thing.
Still very, very few, right?
Well, 100. So yeah,
Yeah.
100 is a small discipline.
Yes.
That said, that there are many, many more people who are interested in the scientific world or in academia in general, but they're generally shy about admitting their interest in the topic because it's considered controversial.
Yes.
So the current book, The Science of Magic, is a follow-up to my previous book from 2018, which was called Real Magic. And the idea was that when you look at the history and the current results of studies of psychic phenomena, psi, it's difficult not to see the overlap with traditional esoteric practices that are called magic, not stage magic, but the real thing. And so that's what I talked about in Real Magic. The new book now is saying that from a scientific perspective, this topic has been suppressed for a very long time, for at least 500 years. And most of that is not about the nature of the evidence, because there's both human experience, that's a type of evidence, and it's been repeated throughout history, and it is just as prevalent today as it has always been. So that's one evidence. The laboratory evidence has been getting better and better and more over time. So from those two perspectives, you'd figure, well, what's the big deal? Why is this even controversial? It is also culture bound. So in some cultures, this is not considered a controversial topic at all. In so-called Western culture, it is more controversial. But if you go into Asia and other places in the world, Brazil and so on, this is not a big deal.
Yep.
So why did that happen? It happened because science has been very successful because it has adopted a certain set of assumptions. And that's the philosophy of science. Philosophy is all about assumptions. So the assumptions that science works upon is called materialism, and it makes the assumption that everything, literally everything, is ultimately reducible to matter and energy. That means that even our subjective experience is also related to matter and energy. That's all there can be, because that's what that set of assumptions makes.